Welcome to the Love and Meaning Podcast, where inner work is a lifestyle. Hello, and welcome back to the Love and Meaning Podcast. Chrystelle Robinson-Tiedemann here, aka Cree. I'm your host. And this week, I'm really tired. I was racking my brain, like, thinking about what it is that I was going to share about this week. And I decided to just be so fully transparent with this process because it's so real. And what I promised myself about this podcast, about all of the work that I do, the way that I show up in my membership, the way that I show up, period, is with consistency and with authenticity as well. And sometimes those two things seemingly don't go hand in hand because we think that we have to consistently be on at a certain level. And I'm choosing to refuse for that to be the case. So I was like, Chrystelle, you cannot talk about how exhausted and depleted you are and how much you feel like you have nothing to offer. But I'm gonna. Here I am doing it. Because I want to combat those thoughts, those beliefs that I have nothing to offer when I'm feeling depleted. That is the truth. I do feel really, really depleted. And I know that that's probably a commonplace experience at this moment, the way that the astrology is. We are in eclipse season, and it is, this past week it's been a week for many of us. And I have surely felt it. I've surely felt it. And as much as there are plenty of responsibilities that I need to show up for, there are a lot of things that count on me to get done. There are a lot of things that I've created in my life, that my husband and I have created in our lives, that are important to us, that need to get done. It's desires or choices, but they require energy, right? They need to get done. And it can feel like a lot. It can feel like a lot at times. But one thing that I am very consciously choosing to do in this stage of my life is to do my best for my life to not feel like a thing I need to get through. Like a thing that I drag my feet through, or that I lose a sense of my choice in what I'm doing. Because the truth is, I've chosen this life for myself. I've chosen everything that has become a priority for me to get done. For example, one of the things that I need to do this week is update my accreditation. So I'm a licensed and registered occupational therapist, and every 3 years we have to update our certification. And part of that process is to demonstrate that you have done enough continuing education. So I have almost all my credits, but I haven't. I think there's like 6 credits behind that I haven't done. And I have plenty of courses. I just need to complete it. So did I necessarily feel like doing that? No, I actually don't have a lot of energy. I'm a human design projector, and our energy is inconsistent. I don't consistently have my own energy to draw upon, and I did feel somewhat low energy. Um, this week, and I really did feel that in particular today. But here's the thing. I choose to be an occupational therapist. I choose to remain certified and registered and licensed. This is a requirement for that process. Did I have to leave it until the end to get it done? No. But I also left it to the end to get it done because there were other things in my life that I chose to prioritize over it. Everything that brought me to this point where I am, where I'm tired and I'm completing CEUs, continuing education, credits when I'm feeling not so energetic about it, I chose. So in all the things that I'm feeling, I also acknowledge the fact that where I am is a product of my own choices, and I am fully able to own responsibility for that. And so, whether it's with a whole lot of enthusiasm or whether it's just really basic and it's just like get it done kind of energy, I also can choose to do that and just get it done. And I choose to be okay with that. And that's what I did. And here's the thing. I'm not less tired. I'm not less low energy. But I don't have this added feeling of lack of agency in my life. And I think sometimes, if we're being really honest, we can analyze ourselves and our thought processes and the attitudes that we're holding as we go through the things in our life. And we can probably adjust the way that we've been thinking and realize that we have agency, even when things feel really challenging, even when things feel overwhelming, we have agency. And that reminder alone, it changes things. It changes my heart. My body still feels tired, but there's a little bit of a renewed energy that comes into my heart. And so I went from a place of, oh, I really need to record my podcast episode to what did I decide to create a podcast for? Oh, yeah, that's right. To share from my heart and from my soul what it is for inner work to be your lifestyle, what it is to live personal growth and personal development and self-reflection and striving to optimize the way that I show up on this planet from the inside out. That's what I decided to create a podcast for, to be able to like share an inside view of that. Okay, so share an inside view of that. And here we are. I think that a lot of people can probably relate to the feeling of feeling depleted and feeling low energy. But I want you to know that even if you do things a little bit slower, even if you acknowledge that, wow, that this is a little bit challenging right now. I would like just a little bit more rest. You know, you're a parent. Parents are always struggling to find more sleep, you know? Just the recognition of that choice, of that agency. It just changes something. It changes the heart. And that matters so, 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 so much in the frequency that I'm putting out into the universe. I don't I don't really I don't talk too much about like just manifestation or traditional manifestation really, but I'm a huge believer in law of attraction. I understand it makes sense to me. I understand the mechanics of it. And one of the greatest myths or confusions I think about that is that people think that you have to always be in this high vibe kind of energy to attract the things that you want. So that actually encourages a whole lot of spiritual bypassing and a whole lot of emotional bypassing because we want to almost like slap a happy face on things because we're scared that we're not going to manifest what we want if we just you know, admit what it is that we're actually experiencing. I don't believe that. And I know that in the energy that I am right now, coming to you in the energy that I am right now, I fully believe that whoever needs to hear what I have to say today is going to hear this. I fully believe that everything, the universe is conspiring in my favor in the background, and some of the things that are lined up for me this week are probably going to be taken off of my plate just by the energetics of the universe looking out for me. Please and thank you. I know that the people in my life who I've co-created with, who we've decided that we're going to do this life thing together, that we're going to help each other out this week as much as possible. I know that random acts of kindness are coming my way and that unexpected joys and abundance is coming my way that's going to feel almost super sweet in the state that I am in. Not that I wouldn't appreciate them all the time, but there's just something about the most delicious meal when you're really hungry. You know what I mean? I know that. I believe that. And all I have to do is show up in my authentic self with my authentic intended heart. And my intention is to just simply be an example and demonstrate what living intentionality looks like, what it is like. And some days are hard and exhausting, and your energy is depleted. And things still get to work out, you know? So for anybody who's listening today, and this is your opportunity to catch yourself and reframe, do that. Definitely do that. I also want you to just pause in this moment right now. Take a deep breath. And acknowledge all of the gifts in this challenging time right now that have been available to you. All the kindnesses that have come your way. How bright the sun shined today. How beautiful the birds were chirping today when you walk the dog. I'm using my own examples. How sweet it was when you were making breakfast and your husband just came around behind you and kissed you on the temple. How delicious your morning coffee was. How sweet it was when you came back from walking the dog and your neighbor was outside and she came and gave you a big hug for no reason. A beautiful view, a beautiful text message, a picture drawn from your kids, something silly that your dog did. It can be the smallest thing, but they're there. And they're there today, even on a depleted, challenging, not your favoriteest of energies day. And if there are bigger feelings inside that really feel like they need to come out, I give her permission to do that. If you feel tears activated listening to my voice, let them free. Nobody's judging you. You don't judge you. If you need to let out a growl, just growl. Grind your teeth and just let it out. If you need to clench your fist. It can just be a minute or 30 seconds sometimes. That's what it took for me today. It took me about 30 seconds to move from, ugh, I don't have the energy to do this, to the energy to do what? Exactly what you've chosen to do because you love it. I got energy to do that. And the amount of energy that I have is just as much energy as I need. We get to show up as ourselves. We're not always on 100. And when we're authentic and wholehearted about it, it's amazing the way that other people step up for us, or other people feel like they've gained permission from your realness, or opportunities for you to relate to someone else's current experience becomes available exactly where you are because you were a perfect match to them at that time. There are small miracles available at every level, at every energetic space. There are miracles available for us. This is something that I've learned. I only have to be what I am. I only have to be exactly what I am. And as long as I'm not trying to be anything other than that, and I'm fully in owning that authentically, things work out, things come my way. So this is the perfect message, I believe, for this astrological season that we're in right now. Those struggling with the retrograde, all the communication errors that you're making, it's okay. Just acknowledge them. Just be okay with saying, sorry, this is what I actually meant. And if that doesn't come out right, I'll let you know when retrograde is over. Let's find some lightness in it. Let's find some acceptance. Let's find the forgiveness in it. Let's find the ease in it. And the ease doesn't mean it's easy, but the ease is in not fighting it. Let's do that. This reminds me of when I'm fighting wanting to cry because I don't want my face to look funny. And the truth is, my face only really looks funny when I'm trying not to cry, not when I just cry. I mean, it might look a little bit funny, but it looks way funnier when I'm like desperately trying to hold it in and my throat is burning. Just let it and show up as you are, full intention. This is full intention showing up. It's just at the energetic capacity that I have. But my heart is here. My heart is here. So from my heart to your heart, this week, show up as you are with everything that you got. I love you.